July 29th, 1940. It is about 1700 hours Greenwich Mean Time. This is my first video patrol log. This is U-99 on our second patrol, and we're about to leave Lorient, France, freshly acquired from the French. And without further ado, let's do it. She just got a new tower while in port, and a twin flat gun, which I'm not a big fan of the flat gun, but if you're going to have one, you might as well have a good one. There she is, twin flat gun. Alright. Let's go ahead and set her up for prepping to set sail here. Shut down the diesels, go E motors.
Entlüftung schließen.
Entlüftung zu.
Untertriebszelle ausdrücken. Achtung vom Aufziehen.
Set speed 2 knots.
Fahrt beträgt 1 Knoten.
I am using the Wheels of Steel Mega Mod version 2.2.12. I intend to keep these videos short and sweet, and I know I'm not as entertaining as some of the other guys out there like Taff and Exile, which I love his videos, by the way. But these videos are going to be more of just how I play. My biggest inspiration comes from 3 commanders, actually. If you ever get a chance to read about them, I highly recommend you read about Günter Prien. You have Eric Top, and of course Peter Kramer. Peter Kramer was a Type 9 boat guy, and the things he went through was incredible. U-333 was the most highly damaged, I think, U-boat, and it was still able to sink many more thousands of tons before going back to port. A little music for the occasion. Set speed 4 knots.
Fahrt beträgt 3 Knoten.
I want to thank all of my subscribers and guys who have commented on subsim.com. I really appreciate the inspiration. I'm glad you like my videos, and hopefully I can make many more for you. I'm a little nervous making this type of video because I'm not used to having people watch my progress, but I think it's the only way I'll learn and better myself, so I encourage constructive criticism. Hard to starboard.
Steuerbord. Oder liegt Steuerbord?
I am using all patches, including the 60 meters per second. It's July, so it is the beginning of hurricane season, so I felt it was appropriate. So you're going to see a lot of misses, you're going to see a lot of missed opportunities. Looks like the waters are rough even in port. We'll speed up just a little bit. Rudder and midships.
Ruder 0.
Hard to port. I'm going to turn off my speech recognition just so I can have a conversation with you. So I do something called, I call it Extreme TC. Some people call it Hardcore. I have a clock on my desk that's dedicated to this game, and it's set to this date and this time up here. And the objective behind that is to stop me from going further than what the game time is. So the game time is the desk clock. So even when I shut off my game, the desk clock is still going, as if the submarine's still going forward, as if time is going forward. So I can only go up to the time on my desk to match, my game time. And the purpose behind that is to, one, slow me down when I play, and also to make every move I make a strategic. I want to think way ahead before I just jump in willy-nilly and do whatever I want. And so that's why I'm kind of TC slow. I do have a little bit of a time bank. I didn't start this game until about maybe a day later in game time. So I do have a little bit of a bank, but I'm going to save it. I do enjoy going through these harbors, TC1. And if you go to Lorient, I'll tell you what, it's really, really, as you can see what we came out of, there's a really tight quarters, so you just got to be careful, go in slow speed. Ahead standard. Oh, I should turn this on, right? Ahead standard.
Beide Maschinen halbe Fahrt voraus.
Beide Maschinen gehen halbe Fahrt voraus.
Entschuldigung.
Rudder and midships.
Ruder 0.
I highly recommend this speech recognition. It's Mitten Speech Recognition. You can get it on subsim.com. If you want immersion, this is where it's at right here. I love this mod. I'll never get rid of that mod. Also, I'm using the Das Boot Sound mod. You can use it for Silent Hunter 5 Wolves of Steel, but you have to modify it a little bit, and they show you how. There's plenty of documentation on how to do that on subsim.com. Rudder 5 degrees to port.
Ruder 5 Grad Backbord.
Herr Kaloi, ich glaube, da ist was. Sehen Sie sich das mal an.
I wish these were all animated. I don't see why they can't do that. Somebody was saying how difficult this is. I'm no programmer, but that would be awesome if these could be animated. Rudder 10 degrees aport.
Ruder 1-0 Grad Backbord.
Rudder amidships.
Ruder 0.
Set speed 4 knots.
Fahrt beträgt 3 Knoten.
Don't worry, I am not drunk. We will not hit the wall. Hard to starboard. Hard to starboard. Maybe I am drunk.
Hart Steuerbord.
Oder nicht hart steuern.
The crew did party hard last night, so maybe they are a little slow. Yeah, what's interfering is the with the Das Boot sound mod, you have it calling out the shallow waters still, even though it's using a nice, cool sound effect. So in between there, it takes a while. It delays the orders you give out. That's the only one downfall, but that's only like when you're in like close, proximity of like land and stuff. Got some sunbathers. I like that. That's cool. Ahead standard.
Beide Maschinen halbe Fahrt voraus.
Beide Maschinen gehen halbe Fahrt voraus.
Yeah, Lorient is really confusing. Silent Hunter 3, I use NYGM, and it's not so bad. This here's it's a little tedious. But that's cool. They kind of made it to the actual pictures.
Aus dem Weg.
Beautiful. For a virtual harbor, I do have to say I do love Silent Hunter 5 and
Auf
The Wolves of
Schleichfahrt
Steel.
gehen.
Schleichfahrt aufheben.
Whoops. Rudder amidships.
Ruder 0.
Ahead full.
Beide Maschinen große Fahrt voraus.
Okay. Now that we have a straightaway, we'll go ahead and review our mission. We'll go ahead and start our real navigation. So it's 1700. Okay. All right. Our mission is AL7292. It's 1940. It's the Happy Times campaign. And we're being sent to what's called the Black Gap. Turn this off for just a second. Okay. So we're being sent to the Black Gap. For those of you who don't know what that is, the Black Gap was an area where the convoys did not have air coverage. It was too far away from land from either Canada or from Great Britain, so they're kind of stuck in between here. And it was just a complete free meal for all U-boats. So we're gonna figure out right now where we have to go. So my patrol zone is AL7292. 72. Place our light grid over it. Okay, nice. Doesn't have to be exact. 72, 92, 90, and a 2 right there. That's our spot. So now we marked our spot, and we're going to start heading out that way. The next time you see the next video I pull up, it's going to be me at sea, and we'll be chugging along here. Okay. So in this video, I showcased my preparing to set sail. I showcased bridge operations and marking the Marine Quadrant grid for you guys. It's the 30th of July. The time is 10:57 GMT. I went ahead to periscope depth when I had a report, a sighting in the light fog. Unsure what it is. Apparently it's a passenger ship now, but it's going really fast. Lock target. Whoops. Turn on my thing. Lock target.
Neues Ziel wird erfasst.
Ahead slow.
Schleichfahrt. 50 Umdrehung.
I'm not sure if I want to engage it or let it go by. It'd be a good time for a deck gunning.
Neuer Kontakt, Frachter mit langsamer Fahrt. Näher kommend. Peilung 128. In großer Entfernung.
Downscope. She's not alone. That's her right there. Somebody's with her. Doesn't sound like a warship though. Upscope. Stop scope. Now I can't tell if she has a light at the top of her mast. It looks like she does. So she might be neutral. I might have to let this one go. I've got some time on my time bank. I'm going to go ahead and speed up a little bit. There's another ship out there, I heard. I don't know if he's associated with her or what. Can't tell. I don't see anything. Let's speed up our time bank here. Yeah, I think she has a light on the mast. Downscope. Raise observation scope. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to let her go. Yeah, she has all her lights. Okay. Upscope. Stop scope. I like to try to identify who she is, at least. But I think we're getting a little too close. So, lights on. I'm going to go ahead and consider her neutral at this time. Downscope. New depth, 60 meters.
Vorne um 15, hinten um 10.
Ahead 1/3.
Beide gemacht.
Neue Tiefe
6-0 Meter.
Beide Maschinen kleine Fahrt.
Now, just so you guys are aware, if you notice my GUI is very limited. I don't use a lot of different stuff on the side here. I get rid of that. If I want to know what the depth is, I have to come into the command room and look. Just one of those things I like to do. Okay, I'm not going to consider this the full episode. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, and this will just be episode 2, subsection A. It is August 1st of 1940, about 06:31, 100 hours, GMT, and the captain's just waking up now. We're heading about 285 degrees, heading to the AL-72 zone. We're 275 nautical miles south of Ireland. Clouds clear, precipitation none, fog none. We have a wind speed of 41 meters per second out of a direction of 205. I'm about to get up now and start my my shift. Port depth under keel.
Tiefe unter Kiel beträgt 1,71 Meter, Herr Kaloin.
Walking through the ship to inspect it. Earlier we had we ran into a task force which we had to avoid. Well, other than that, we're doing pretty good here. Plenty of food. Good morning, Admiral Durnitz. Let's check the surface.
Entschuldigung.
Plan to conduct a dive drill today, just before 7. bridge operations. I'm looking for any kind of planes, ships that I can see before my crew. Okay. Let's go ahead and start this shaft up. Ahead flank.
Beide Maschinen AK voraus.
Dive, dive, dive.
Vorne oben 15, hinten oben 10.
Ballasttank. Untertriebszelle fluten. Bugtiefenruder ab. Warten. Achtere Tiefenruder. 2. Meter.
New depth, 80 meters.
Vorne oben 15, hinten oben 10. Beide beim Auf.
Neue Tiefe 8,0 Meter.
Entlüftung schließen.
Untertriebszelle ausdrücken. 8, beim Auf 10.
2,0 Meter. 3,0 Meter. 4,0 Meter.
So far, so good.
5,0 Meter.
Ahead slow.
Schleife. 50 Umdrehungen.
6,0 Meter.
New depth, 70 meters.
Vorne oben 15, hinten oben 10. Beide beim Auf.
Neue Tiefe 7,0 Meter.
Report near sound contact. All stop.
Maschinenstopp.
Maschinenstopp. Ja, bitte? Meine Mannschaft ist in bester Stimmung, Herr Kaloin, danke. Sie hält viel von Ihren Führungsqualitäten. Ja, bitte?
We're still slowing down. We still have a lot of time to get to our patrol zone. I'd say about 3 more days. So I'm just going to be doing my thing to prepare my crew. So far, so good. That little sound bite that you're hearing is kind of a mess up. I have Das Boot sound mod, and sometimes you get that. Ahead standard.
Beide Maschinen halbe Fahrt voraus. Beide Maschinen gehen halbe Fahrt voraus.
New depth, 20 meters.
Vorne oben 15, hinten oben 10. Beide beim Auf.
Neue Tiefe 2,0 Meter.
Ahead slow.
Schleife.
Report
50
near sound contact. Periscope depth.
Auf Zero-Tiefe gehen.
Upscope. Stop scope. In my preparing the surface video tutorial, I talk about how I'm just sweeping for blobs, any kind of blobs of ships. If I see anything in the immediate facility, or vicinity, excuse me, I will redive. But we're looking good. Raise the obscope. Now I want to take a look for planes. Okay. Looks good. Looks really good so far. I had 1/3.
Beide Maschinen kleine Fahrt.
Decks awash.
Vorne oben 15, hinten oben 10. Beide gemacht.
Neue Tiefe 7 Meter.
I go decks awash, again, for planes, if I hear them. My crew can see visually at decks awash. So if there's something we don't know or we don't see, we can go back down pretty quickly. If I'm fully out of the water, you know, it's completely surface, it takes longer to dive again. Report nearest visual contact. Oh, wait. Sorry. Report nearest visual contact. Surface the boat.
Auftauchen.
Vorne oben 10, hinten kommen auch auf 5. Startstation.
Laufen auf beiden Dieselmaschinen. Ja, bitte. Laufen auf beiden Maschinen.
We're going to resume charging the batteries.
Knoten. Laufen auf beiden Dieselmaschinen.
Shouldn't take too long.
Laden die Batterien nach. Laufen auf beiden Dieselmaschinen.
Already. No, not yet. So there's a little trick to this. When you have bad weather, it's real easy. Just go to this little picture down here. Click on the propeller. Wait for the battery to pop up. When this pops white, you can hit it, and then just speed up to like at least 32 on your TC and it'll be fine. Apparently he actually recharged my battery, so I don't have to do it. Okay. It's time to disengage one of the motor shafts. So I'm gonna go hit my button and simply say, "I'll stop. I'll stop." And like my tutorial, the one engine goes, the other one stays, and the speed starts to come down, and we are set for travel. Speed up our time. U-25 has been sunk by a mine. Huh. It's 1940, so there should be wolf packs. I have not seen one yet, but hopefully soon. Speed up the time a little bit. I'm not using my gramophone because of the weather. 41 meters per second. I won't be able to use it, the gramophone, so I use the radio instead. Pretty soon I'll be out of this shelf. That's a little off. I'll have to come back around here. Rudder 5 degrees to starboard.
Ruder 5 Grad Steuerbord.
Rudder amidships.
Ruder 0.
Try to bring it back on course here a little bit. We still have about good 2.5, almost 3 days of travel with only one shaft going by 8 knots. When I'm just kind of traveling along, I usually go at about 128. It makes it, you know, it speeds up time, but not so fast that you're already out to your patrol zone and back home before you know it. Okay. Well, since we're here, we'll talk about it. My crew, when I get my points, my most, you know, I've seen this in subsim.com a lot, a discussion about morale and where all these points should go. I always put them into the bosun and the cook first. These guys actually control your morale, right? So your morale is kind of like an hourglass, and you always lose morale. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll always lose it. Even if you do nothing, you're going to lose it. And so these guys are like the bottleneck to slow down that hourglass. So just consider that when you're applying points, to make these guys your first priority over anyone else. Alright, looks like I have some points to give too, or some awards. I think that's about it. Alright, I think I'll end the video here, and in the next couple of days we should be a lot closer, and if I come up across anything interesting, I will start a video. Thanks guys.